New at 11, an Eyewitness News exclusive. Teen stealing cars in Connecticut has reached a violent and deadly boiling point. The most recent case is happening in New Britain. And in Glastonbury, police say someone shot at a woman today. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Matthew Campbell is live there, giving us an exclusive look at what one town is doing to prevent it. Matthew.
Yeah, Shantae, first I want to start off by recapping this week. All of this started on Monday in Wolcott, where police say two teens ransacked the senior center and then stole a car and then crashed it. The very next day in New Britain, police say a 53-year-old jogger was struck and killed by a 17-year-old who stole an SUV. It was later revealed that that 17-year-old had been charged 13 times in the last 4 years. And then what happened this morning here in Glastonbury, where police say two, quote, young people allegedly shot at a woman in her own driveway, and they say that they were there to steal a car. So you can see that these types of events are happening all across the state, and we talked with the Glastonbury Police Chief, Marshall Porter, to find out what's going to be done about this, and this is what he writes, quote, "We are working towards providing real-time interactive data on these crimes on our website, similar to what Southington PD has done." So he mentioned the work that's happening in Southington, and we went there tonight to get an exclusive look at what's being done, the successes that are happening there, and if that can translate to communities like these.
75% of our crime involving stolen vehicles involves juveniles.
That sobering stat triggered Southington to assemble a task force dedicated to investigating car thefts and car break-ins. The 5-person force was formed in February, and while the town is not immune from the crimes, they are finding success in solving the cases.
We've increased to 20 arrests so far already in of those 30 stolen vehicles. So we went from 2 in 2020 to 20 in 2021. That's pretty dramatic.
As these types of crimes pervade our state, we're exclusively taking you inside the department to show what can be learned. They use a 3-pronged approach in Southington. They do community outreach, they have detectives dedicated to investigating these crimes, and they've increased patrols in certain areas. But we learned the success is fueled by this real-time technology that can be found right on the department's website.
It's about being more effective, but it's also about trying to be one step ahead of these, the people that are committing the crimes.
This dashboard only shows car break-ins and thefts. We see where and when they're happening. This allows police to get very targeted in their patrols. They now know where to increase patrols and which neighborhoods need to get the message to lock their doors.
Identify patterns, see hotspots. Some of that information we can even identify specific areas of towns where vehicles are stolen. We can identify where the vehicles are going to be dumped, which helps link them back in our investigations.
Many of the investigations have led back to teens. Police here and in other towns are looking to the state for help there.
Not getting a lot of support from that side is kind of ties our hands and we can't do our job.
Until then, they'll keep up the targeted patrols and the community awareness, but they do recommend other towns create a task force.
Dedicating some officers that are specifically dedicated to this problem is clearly been what's made all the difference in our efforts.
All right, so you saw what Southington is doing here in Glastonbury. The chief says he's working on assembling that task force. Right now, they are using bait cars. But as far as the tech side of things, the chief says they're still working on that. That's the latest. Live here in Glastonbury, Matthew Campbell, Channel 3 News.